Instagram, and what's up, YouTube. Today, I'm going to be, I guess, a little vulnerable. I don't really want to be doing this live right now. I'm tired. There's a lot going on in my life right now, and there would be, I've given myself every reason that it's not important that I do this live, that there are other things in my business that would be moving the needle forward even faster, that maybe people don't watch these as much as I even want them to, and all of these excuses that would be valid. And I almost listened to all of them. My schedule got mixed up, and usually I go live at 1 o'clock, and now it's 4 o'clock. So all of these things in my head that I've been going through all day. And that's actually the topic of this video, is overcoming excuses. Because if you're new, hi, I'm Melanie Suber. I run a global real estate team, and I'm very big on goal setting, and I'm very big on actionable goal setting. And one of my goals for this quarter was to go live every Monday on all of my platforms. So, hey, I've got Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Say hello if you're watching live. Give me a wave or let me know what city you're tuning in from. This was an important goal for me because I want to practice getting more comfortable with public speaking, getting more comfortable being on camera, getting more comfortable doing all of these things. And it has not been my favorite goal that I've set for myself, but I know that because I don't like it, if I do it more, I will grow to like it, and I will build my skill set and all of those things. So as I was saying at the beginning, for those that are just jumping in, today was a day that kind of got out of hand. Some meetings ran late. I had a podcast scheduled that was at a different time, and I was helping one of our agents onboard another agent, and that meeting went late. So my day kind of got crazy. And again, like I said, I had a lot of valid, in my opinion, valid excuses about why I didn't need to do this thing that I don't even like to do that much. And I almost didn't do it, to be perfectly honest. I almost didn't do it. And then I remembered that one of my core values is integrity, is doing the things that I say I'm going to do. And with this specific example, it's really interesting because most of you guys watching probably don't know that I set out this goal to go live every single Monday, to be honest, just about the size of the viewership. And there's no way that if you're like, oh, it's 1 o'clock on Monday, where's Melanie's live? She missed it this week. Most people don't know that. So I could have gotten away with it. And that's what integrity is. It's doing the right thing when no one is watching. And the reason why integrity is so important to me is because I would know. And I am with myself all the time. And if I tell myself that I'm going to do something and I don't do it, the next time I tell myself I'm going to do something, it is easier for me to not do it because I can say I have this track record. I didn't do it last time. It's okay not to do it. And that's how the excuses can pile on. And the next thing you know, you're not doing any of the things that you say. And the flip side of that is true also. If I say I'm going to do something and every single time I say something, I do it, now my brain knows that when I say things like I want to help 100,000 agents build 7-figure businesses, my brain says, well, one time Melanie said she was going to go live every Monday, and she did it. She did the thing even though it was hard, even though she didn't want to that one time, even though there were obstacles and excuses and all of those things. If my brain knows when I say something, I will do it, that extends to the other big things. So when I say, recently I posted the castle that Jordan and I want to buy, my brain knows I say I'm going to buy that castle, it's going to happen. Because when I say something, I do it. Now, this is something that I see a lot. I've coached thousands of agents all across the globe with their business, with different sides of things. And on top of real estate before that, I've coached hundreds of entrepreneurs with their business. And it's easy to make excuses, even in your personal life. How often do you hit snooze or miss the gym and you say, oh, it's just this one time, it's not that big of a deal, or you cheat on your diet, or some people, to take it to the extreme, they cheat on their spouse. Like, there's so many reasons why people do things that they know are not in their best interest for their long-term goals or for the life that they are wanting to build and grow. And it's because I believe they succumb to their excuses. And the stronger that you can get at overcoming those excuses and learning to just do it, like today, this is not going to be a long live. Usually I do like 20 to 30 minutes and I have a whole script. I'm just being honest with you guys, being a little more authentic and telling you what's going on in my life. But I still did it. So I can still say to myself, I said I was going to live, and now I did. It's the equivalent of when people are setting athletic goals or health goals. They say, if you want to go to the gym every day, just go to the gym, put your shoes on, walk into the gym. You can take 5 steps on the treadmill and then go home. But then you at least get in the practice of, I'm showing up at the gym every day. I am someone that does what I say I'm going to do. I am someone that goes to the gym. I am someone that is consistent and has integrity and all of these things, because so much of who we are and so much of what we do and what we don't do is the identity that we have about ourselves. So my challenge for you, all of you guys watching, if you're watching the replay, let me know. Give a hashtag replay. If you're watching it live, let me know where you're at. Let me know that you're watching it live. Also, if you're watching the replay, let me know where you're at. Think about the excuses that you have and when you let them work, when you let them stop you. And of course, with everything, there's balance. There's always exceptions, and it's not about that, but it's about the main things, like when you know that you could be doing something, but you are choosing to let yourself off easy because, like I said, I came up with a lot of excuses for this, and they were all valid excuses. And I was this close to not doing it. Even I talked to Jordan, and I said, I really don't want to go live today. There's all these reasons. And he was like, do whatever you want, And at the end of the day, I knew that doing this, even if it's only for 7 minutes, would build my self-identity and my self-belief and all of these things way more net positive, and not doing it and not going live and going back on my word would break my self-esteem, my self-belief, and my integrity net negative. So those two, it's not just +1 or -1. That's a 2 spread total, +1 and -1, So that reminds me of a lot of people say you're either growing or you're dying. You're either building or you're destroying. And I believe that that's true for everything, for our business, for our relationships, for our health. And this video is about your self-esteem and your self-belief. And when you say something and when you commit to something, do you trust yourself to do that thing? And if the answer is no, why not? Because think about it, if you had a friend and they said, I'll call you on Monday at 10 or whatever, and they don't, I'm sure we all have that friend. We know which friend we can rely on and which ones we can't. And in different situations, oh, this friend is always 10 minutes late, or oh, this person books calls and doesn't show up, or whatever it is, friends, family members, anything like that. If they said they were going to do something and they didn't, would you trust them? Would you trust them? And how many times of them saying that they did something and not doing it would it take for you to completely lose trust in them? Now think about that for yourself. So when you say you're going to do something, every single time you say, I'm going to wake up early, I'm going to avoid sugar, carbs, I'm going to stop drinking, I'm going to stop playing video games, whatever it is, or I'm going to work an hour on my business today, I'm going to cold call 10 people, I'm going to start my YouTube channel, all of these things that we tell ourselves. Every single time you say that and you don't do it, think about if that person was not you and how you would feel about that person and how you would trust that person next time they said they were going to do something. And then think about how you can close that gap and start doing more of what you say you're going to do. And sometimes, to be honest, that means saying you're going to do less things. But sometimes, like today, that means instead of a 20 or 30-minute video, I'm only coming on for 8.5 minutes. And that's okay, because I can still check the box. I can still feel confident in myself that I did what I said I was going to do, and I will be happier for it. And next time I say I'm going to do something, I will trust myself more that that thing will get done, whether that's a huge goal, like buying a $10 million castle, or helping 100,000 agents, or going to Greece for a month this summer and totally unplugging from my business. If I say that I will do it, I know and I trust that I will figure out a way to do it. So hope this gave you something to think about. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you're watching the replay, let me know down below. And remember, you're all kings and queens, and abundance is your birthright. I'll see you at the top. Have the best day yet.